What's up, guys? My name is Stoody and I'd like to welcome you all back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing my AFL Supercoach Round 13 review for the 2024 AFL season. Now, it is raining outside, so hopefully you guys aren't able to hear the rain in the background. Surely not, it's not that heavy, but yeah, so Supercoach is not going very good. It's going disastrously the last 4 weeks. A month of drops is not very good for my rankings, that's for certain. There's a lot of good things going on though in life. I'm only 11 subscribers away from 2,000. How exciting is that? Maybe if I can hit 2,000 before this time next week, maybe that'll help me feel better. But tipping is going really good now. I had a pretty bad start to the season when it comes to tipping. Now I've sort of worked my way back up. I've been able to tip, the 50-50s correct and the upsets correct in the last few weeks. And now I'm starting to be in like the top 3 to 5 in most of my tipping comps. And, I'm actually challenging, whereas I was way down early in the season on the tipping ladder. So that's also good. But Supercoach, which started pretty well, except for the first 2 weeks, it was going really well, but now it's sort of gone to shit. But I'm still in a better position than a lot of other YouTubers, but I'd like to be going up, not down. I don't feel good about going down every week. I mean, there's not much I can do with limited trades. Let's just have a look at this score. It's not good. So as you see here, I scored 1,855 and I dropped in the rankings by almost 1,000 spots. I'm now 6,500 in the rankings. So another 1K or so drop. If I continue to drop 1K every week, I'll be about 20,000 by the end of the year. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't want to go from 1,200 to 20,000, but I just need a week where I at least stagnate. That's what I need. A lot went wrong this week. A lot's been going wrong over the last few weeks. Dead rookies. Rookies getting dropped, rookies getting subbed. I had 3 rookies, I believe, that were the starting sub this week. One that actually got subbed off on 0. It's just not going good. Cash gen is real tough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have 24 premiums. I think 23 is what I'm going to end up with. So let's just have a look at my team. And there's a couple of trades that, that I'm looking back on and, I've realized I probably shouldn't have done that. I mean, because I started so bad in the first 2 weeks, I've sort of had to use a lot of trades to be able to, get myself back. And I feel like now I'm starting to pay the price for some mistakes that I made in my starting team. So, yeah, you can use a lot of trades. You can go right for a while using a lot of trades, but once you start to run out, that's when it can get brutal. So yeah, let's just have a look, and it fucking starts with the captain. When the captain is a fucking disaster, it's going to be a disastrous week. I was never taking Bonds 99. I wasn't sure who to put the C on. This week was a bit tough. I considered Flanders, didn't fully trust him, of course. I decided not to go with him, and he scores a massive 152. I thought about Grundy and Heaney. They both scored pretty good. I would have took the C from either of those two. But no, I picked DAICOS because people were telling me to pick DAICOS. I mean, DAICOS was in ripping form before Monday, so I can understand why. But yeah, I've never trusted this DAICOS with the C. I'm happy to put the VC on him, but when it comes with the C, I always get nervous. Because shit like this happens with him. He was fucking awful. Not only that, he gets subbed off because he got hurt. 64. That's my worst captain so far this year. If I just had the C on, even if it was just on Heaney or someone, I probably might have, at least stagnated. Maybe only a slight drop, but yeah, lost at least 60 points from not going with what I was sort of thinking rather than, going by popular opinion. So the people that didn't go Nick DAICOS with their C are laughing right now. I mean, it's reasonably a popular C option, and lucky I dodged Petrarca, that's for sure, but it's not really looking that good for me. Sheezer was pretty good, 129. He was fantastic. So that's good. Nick Martin, 92. I can only see him doing probably averaging about 92 for the rest of the season with Ridley in the team. Stewart, I brought in 2 weeks ago, 276 in a row. That's been a disastrous trade-in. Absolute disaster. He has been awful. And it's mainly the second half he's been awful because the first 2 games he was on a decent score. He was on track for tons in the first half. But then in the second half, he just goes missing. He's just awful. So, and Closey, he has to go. I kept him because, buys. But the plan was to trade him on his buy, and that's what I'm doing. Will Dawson, 0. He played, but he scored 0. He made money at least because his break-even was in the negatives, so at least that's a positive. And then Ryan and Houston had buys. Midfield, Bont, 99. Not very good. Dunkley, 104. I want a bit more out of him. I mean, he's a pod selection, and he just hasn't set the world on fire. He's not been a disaster. He's certainly not my biggest problem, but yeah, when you've got a pod midfielder, you want them to do well, or else it can really hurt. Merritt was really good, 125. He looked back in business. I didn't watch that game. I had to start work at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I heard he did really well. Walsh, terrible, 87. Walsh has been underperforming too much. I got sucked into his lowish price, plus the fact his first 2 games were outstanding when he came back from injury. I mean, I was leaning towards not picking him, then I ended up going with him because it was a popular option and I knew what he was capable of, but I also knew he was capable of what he's doing now. Shouldn't have picked Walsh. And Dunkley, I don't know. It was out of Dunkley and Miller, and I reckon Dunkley was the better option. So Dunkley, I don't know. Time will tell with him. Steele, just something's up with him. Yeah, he's just been a little bit inconsistent since I thought he was coming good again after his incredibly good start. Green has been awful. He's been shocking. 79. He's averaging 101. I mean, most people have him, but he's untradeable at that price at 473k. He's untradeable. So I'm just going to have to ride it out. Hopefully he comes good. McAuliffe was the sub, which was very annoying. 32. Obviously, I'm happy Richmond got the win, but it was annoying for me as is. McAuliffe owner in Supercoach. Bartel was the starting sub as well. Score was 2. He drops in price despite being in the 120Ks. That pisses me off. Pisses me right off. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have brought him in. I doubt he's playing next week. And Butters and Strong had the buys, and Rogers is a dead rookie. Do I trade him this week? I have no idea. Rux, Gorn was really good, 132, and Grundy was fantastic, 153. As you sort of expect at the SCG. Grundy, he was always going to go massive. Why didn't I put the C on him? Why? Forward line. Flanders was unbelievable, 152. Could have put the C on him too. Heaney, 116, really good. Zorko, 95. It's fine. Moore, I brought him in this week. I traded him in, 89. It's fine. Comben absolutely shat the bet. That pisses me off. A 32 from Comben. He loses money and has a 93 break even. He was meant to play through the buys. Now I've got to trade him. That pisses me off. Fraser, 53. It's okay. Drury, dead rookie. McMullen, who was the starting sub. I'm not sure if he came on early or if he just went on tear, went later on when he came on. But 50, I'll take that from a starting sub. That's for certain. It's concerning that he's starting as the sub, of course, but yeah, hopefully he stays in the team. I need the cash gen because I'm running out big time. McAuliffe also has an awkward break even, 50. I'd back him to get that against the Hawks if he isn't sub. But I think he will be because Dusty will be back in the team. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets dropped, to be honest. But surely he doesn't. He's been too good to be dropped. I mean, he hasn't been setting the world on fire, but he's looked good. And we need to get game time into him. So hopefully he can be a solid contributor in the future. So as of this week, let me just Put Ryan and Houston on. Alright. So I feel like I need a D7. But can I get an M9? Probably not, because M9, so hopefully either Walsh or Scream, when one of them plays shit, I can do a loop. Yeah, I don't like fielding McAuliffe and Bartel either. Considering they're going to be subs and Bartel's been scoring terribly. Alright, and then there's Flanders. Well, there's not much we can do there. Mullen will have to be fielded. Hopefully he plays. So my trades, I'm not sure if I'm doing 2 or 3, but I've got 193k in the bank. Now here's the thing. Let's go on to the AFL fixture. Now Isaac Rankine's due back in round 14 to 16, so he might be back this week. But the thing is, he hasn't had his bye yet. Round 15, Crom bye. Another forward I was considering was Caldwell, who I can't bring in this week because he has the bye. So it's either I bring my D7 now, and I have to make sure. Yeah, do I bring my D7 now? I was going to do him last because I want to make sure I had all premiums everywhere first. Or is there another forward possibly? So, because I wanted Caldwell and Rankine to round out my forward line. That's what I was thinking. So, Jackson's 3-round average is 106. That's pretty good. Has Darcy been playing? I don't know. I don't even know. But Common has to go, and so does Closey. So, yeah, I can get whoever I want. Max Holmes is defense. I thought it was forward. Yeah, never mind. If Holmes was forward mid, I'd be getting him. That's for sure. All right, can I see the forwards here? Yeah, I can see the forwards. All right, let's have a look, see what we've got. Nasai Wangini Malira, has he had the bye? Not this week. Let's look at St Kilda. No, he hasn't. I want to bring someone who has had their bye, but I feel like the only available player would be Jordan Clark. As you see there. Yeah, he's just on fire this year. Clark. There's Sinclair as well as an option. Luke Jackson's had his bye. So if I want to bring him in, I could. But I don't trust him. What's this? He's projected to score 72 against the Dogs. Yeah, that's a tough matchup. Alright, I want to make it. I want to just see forwards. Because I prefer to bring in a forward first. But if I'm bringing in a guy, then he has to bye next week. There's no point. Alright, so there's Jackson, there's Caldwell. Zach Fisher. I mean, here's another mistake that I've made, not bringing him in when he was cheap. I did not trust him, but he's on fire. But that could change at any moment. He could be back to shit any moment. Like, he's averaging 88, but look at his 3-round and 5-round average. At 520k, is he a good trade-in? I don't know. I mean, Fisher is a defender forward too, so I can swap him with Dawson. He can be a D7 as well, but then, yeah, then I don't know if that would work for the forward line. He'd have to be mainly a forward, but that's if a disaster strikes and I get injuries. Zach Fisher looks like the one if I'm to trade in a forward. It'd have to be him. It can't be. It's no to Bolton. How, Jesus Christ, was he a failed trade in? Again, that was one where I just listened to the public. Yeah, there's not really much else. It's Caldwell, Rankine, Jackson, and Fisher. That's what it is. Now, and then I'll need a rookie to bring in as well at the same time, if we even have any. Let's look at defense. I feel like I've already had my mind made up with defense. I would love Nas at his price, but Clark, it would have to be Clark if I bring in a defender. It definitely have to be Clark. I won't do these trades just yet. I'll do them later in the week. So, because I've got no idea. Now, let's just put the 7 on. That's nice and easy. Alright, so looking here, we've got to figure out who gets the VC and who gets the C. It's a tough one. I mean, again, basically just guessing, do I put the VC on Dunkley? Don't really trust him. Don't trust Steele. And then we got Saturday afternoon. I should be available all weekend to be able to change my C and all that, so that shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully I'm going to the Richmond Hawthorn game. But yeah, well, if I was to put the C on like a Heaney or someone, I'd have to quickly do that. Possibly. Probably not, because I'd do it like after one of the first 2 games. There's DAICOS / Sheasel. I need a good C option. I think it's got to be Butters, the C option. And then there's Sarong against the Bulldogs, Bont against Fremantle. Yeah, it's a tough one. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't trust Dunkley or Steele for the Friday night game. I actually possibly, you know what? Do I just do Dunkley? Do I just do Dunkley into Butters? I definitely don't trust Green, obviously. Can't do Grundy, it's at Adelaide Oval. And Ryan is versing the Bulldogs. That's not good for defenders. So Ryan's not an option. Then no to Houston. There's not much. Yeah, I'll put the VC on Dunkley for now. All right, let's have a look at the leagues now, and then we'll wrap this video up. So somehow I won 4 out of my 6 leagues. Pretty lucky. This one's not going that well anymore. Well, still in the top 4. It's still all right. So we'll just scroll down here. There we go. AFL Com Cup 2. Lucky I've played a lot of bottom teams in my leagues. That's helped. So let's go down here. AFL Com Cup 3. I'm in second in this one still. This one I'm still doing all right in. And then there's AFL Com Cup 4, which is this one I'm not doing any good in. Even though it's the weakest out of all the leagues, somehow I'm just losing games in this one quite a bit. 7 and 5. Especially recently because, I'm in bad form. And then there's Shorty Supercoach, which is one I'm looking closely at, hoping I win this one. I've managed to get a win against, a bottom player. I thought I was going to lose to this guy. I really did not want to, but I was on track to lose to him, but got lucky, I guess. So here I am. I'm like 600 points behind this guy now. What rank is he? Yeah, 197. So I'm definitely I'm still 600 points away from being with the top dogs, so which is not really a lot. I can still make that up, but yeah, there's a lot of work to do. But anyway, I guess that's it for this video. A lot to think about for trades this week. I'm not sure where I'm going to bring in an F5, which would have to be probably Fisher, or if I'm going to bring in a D7, which would have to be Clark, because I don't want to bring in someone who's on their buy or about to have a buy. And then possibly could I get rid of Rogers? Maybe. Actually, before we wrap this up, I just want to see if there's any rookies coming, because it just seems like there's nothing happening. It comes with cash gen. All right. So yeah, these guys on top just there's John Menzie. That's random, but probably won't bring him in. Kruger played 76. That's solid. A ruck forward, interesting. Collingwood haven't had their bye though. I could go Kruger. There's Billy Dowling as well. But these guys have only played one game. They're not on the bubble. It's a lot more risky if they're not on their bubble to bring in a rookie. Angwin, he's 222k. Yeah, there's not much other than those two that have only played the one game. Hey. It's pretty dire. So if you're going to bring in a rookie, it's probably Kruger or Dowling. So it'd be one of them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment more like this. Be sure to become a channel member. Just click the join button next to my name. Also be sure to subscribe to my premium member, Sean Ducks. Link to his channel is in the description. Also be sure to subscribe to my other YouTube channels. Be sure to subscribe to my backup channel, Stoody TV. And also be sure to subscribe to my second YouTube channel, Stoody Archives. Links to both of those are in the description. Also be sure to join my Discord server, Discord Australian Sports Community. Link to that is in the description. Also be sure to follow me on my other social media accounts. I have Instagram, I have Twitter, and also have TikTok. The username for all those is StoodyYT, and links to all those will also be in the description. I hope you had a good day, and I'll see you all in the next video.